Hey there, gentlemen. Today we're going to analyze a video by Timothy Worth about how the system is using us, and it's time we start using the system. Let's see.
What's going on, everybody? Tim here, back with another video. What's going on, everybody? Tim here, back with another video. And in today's video, I wanted to talk about a topic that the powers that be, the people who run the world, who set up the system we currently live in, would rather we didn't talk about. I
All
almost
right.
started to call it a secret, but it's not a secret. We all know it. We just don't
Not
think
a
about it.
secret anymore.
It's been actively hidden from us. That topic I want to talk about today is the fact that the system is dependent on us. The system is dependent on the worker slash consumer to keep going. If we all stop working and consuming, the system collapses. Now, I know a lot of
100%.
people are like, oh, that'd be horrible.
So true.
But the reason we're even talking about this is because the system is not set up to benefit us, the worker slash consumer. So we have a system that we empower, that we keep going, that is actively taking away our time, energy, and wealth from us.
That is so true, guys. Essentially, these companies, right? They hire people with crazy degrees, extremely high IQs to try to hack our psyche with sales, with advertising, to make us consume useless products. And then, in order to be able to afford those useless products, we have to work for their system for meager wages, so that they can make money out of us with these useless products. It's not capitalism itself. It's like this corporate greed freaking machine that is basically making them so much wealthier for useless products.
So we are powering a system that is taking our power away from us. The more power we give it, the less power we have. That's a problem. But here's the clever little situation that's developed. Since they know that the system is dependent on us, what they have cleverly done is made it seem like we're dependent on the system. Actually, in a healthy society, in a healthy system, it's like symbiotic, that you help each other. But in our system, we're the backbone of it. But they've cleverly made it seem like we need them. They need us.
It's so true, guys. Like, if you go anywhere outside of the US, right? Uh, Probably not like third world countries, but some places like Europe, Scandinavia, they have like a more, I guess, symbiotic, like you said, relationship with the government. We help, they pay taxes. The government sends them like a detailed letter of what their money went to, like education, roads, political abroad. Like, they have a breakdown of what, like, they give you like a bill, right? Like, let's say $3,000. They said $1,000 went to the education system, like $1,200 went to the health system, and blah blah blah. They break down where your money went, so that they can like power their society and give you benefits and services that they, I guess, that they are consuming your money in a healthy, transparent way. Here in the US, you have no freaking idea where your money is going. They just give you a bill. If you don't pay it, then you're probably going to get like into collections. If you don't pay into collections, they're going to come for you. They're gonna break down your house and send you to freaking, I don't know, to the jail, and you have to pay for for some shady things going on in the Middle East. You have to pay for Israel. You have to pay for like Zimbabwe. So, like, your money, like, the U.S., the Americans, we are the beehive of the world. We are the bees, just working and working and working and working and working and working, and our money, our honey, is given to like all these places in the world, so they can get bribes for politicians here in the U.S. And we get nothing. We get the bare minimum. We have horrible education. We have horrible roads. We have horrible infrastructure. Like, it's bad, guys. That's what I'm telling you. Just get out of here. The system here in specific has been broken since the 1960s, probably since the 1970s. It's 100% against you guys. Get out of here. It's still not too late. It's not too late. Just go get information down below to of places that you can travel and live, ideally. If not, just move abroad and be a nomad. Stay 3 months here, 3 months there. Like, save your money, make some wealth, invest it in either hard assets, uh, maybe crypto. I'm not a huge fan of crypto, but I can see its potential. And just buy property. Once you get your property, you buy like a cheap place in Manila, in the Philippines. in Scandinavia, not in Scandinavia, in somewhere in the Eastern Europe, in Latin America, you buy like a decent house for like dirt cheap, 50, 80, $100,000. You have so much safety net there. Then you can start taking more aggressive investment options, or just enjoy your life and live it on your own means. Create a family, um, you know, build something real, something like that you are proud of owning, something that most guys here are never going to experience.
us, but they made it seem like we need them, right? And that's why I want to talk about in today's video how we use the system to break free from the system. But first, let's talk about how they make it seem like we need them. They do this by getting us like as deeply indebted to the system as possible. Now, we all start out, most of us
100%.
18, we ain't got no money. Yeah, you got to go work in the system to get some money. But that wasn't enough, right? That's not enough. Because like, yeah, if you go in the system, equal, you might get up out of there soon. So why do you think they came up with like the ever increasing cost of college? In the messaging of like, hey, if you don't go to college, you're going to be a failure in the system. So a
So
lot of
true,
people,
guys. So
18,
true.
19, 20,
Their
early, young, you don't even know much
colleges are
yet.
so corrupt.
They
It's
start out in
insane.
the system before they've even had a job before. Before a lot of kids, before they even made a dollar, they are indebted to the system. Before they've ever made a dollar.
And they're so predatory, guys. They go to like poor people in poor areas. They convince these young guys, girls to get like insane loans. They have no idea how credit work. Their parents have no idea how the like how basic economics, basic budgeting, and they just predate on these people, and they get them screwed, tied to the system, making sure they're working like blue collar slaves forever. It's bad, guys.
They owe tens of thousands of dollars. Now you got to be in the system. You need the system to pay that money back. Okay? Go to college. You get in debt, a lot of people. Got to get a job when you get out to pay the money back. Now you need a car to get to the job because public transportation, especially like in America, is horrible. Maybe where you live is not so bad, but in America, not that good. Some cities, yes, but in most cases, no. So you got to get a car so you can get to work. Pay back the money you already owe. First job. So that's two bills. Then they come with the
Just
messaging
shitty
of like,
cars
hey,
that
the
last
best
like
asset
10,
you could ever
15
buy is
years
your
at
house.
most.
Don't rent. Renting's
It's
bad.
just
You're going to
robbery.
be successful. You need to buy a house or a condo. So that's another big bill you get, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see this? You see how they're slowly with the
100%.
advertising and the messaging and different things they're doing,
100%.
basically making you take steps to where you are dependent on the system. And then they got you. And then they got you. And it's beneficial for them when they've got you because the more
Plus the property tax, the moment like you don't really own your home. The moment you like actually stop paying your taxes, they might raise the property taxes and you can't pay it. They're just going to take away your house. It's not really your house. It's insane. Like I tell you, I think in Mexico, I'll look just I'll have all the information in the website. But in Mexico, the property rates are like extremely slow, like extremely low. I mean, like in some other places in Eastern Europe, the property taxes are very very low. Like like you need to contribute, of course, to society with your property. You have property, you gotta pay taxes. I get that, but in the U.S. they are exorbitant. Like it's an insane amount of money you have to pay for taxes, and anywhere else in the world, like it's very reasonable. And in some places like Mexico, it's like extremely cheap. Like it's nothing, guys. And if you can, just don't get property here, guys. Just get property. There are some cities in Mexico that are going to probably explode after the whole when the U.S. makes the I guess switch from China to you Mexican labor. The markets are just going to explode. And if you can buy a cheap property right now, it's probably going to go like 5x what it's worth right now, and you're going to make so much money. You're going to be able to retire safely. Just 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 try to get your shit together so that you can invest in property in places that are going to like make a like an explosion, because once China cannot, they cannot compete anymore with the global market, right? The Chinese economy is going to implode. We don't know when. They fuck around with their currency a lot, but 100%, I think it's either going to be like Latin America or Mexico. Like the U.S. is going to switch their labor force, I guess their companies making product in either Latin America or Mexico, because China it's going to collapse. We don't know when. We don't know when the switch is going to be, but it's going to be here in the next 10 to 20 years, or maybe even less. Just invest in places like Mexico, Latin America. I'm not an expert, of course, I've talked to a lot of experts, and that's what a lot of them are doing. And I suggest that if you want to get early, you want to retire safely, you want to build a family, just save money, 50, 100,000 at most, get a nice property, build some safety, uh, very cheap property taxes, and your money is going to be much, much further once you, once you want to retire.
You work in the system, the more wealth you send up top to them. That's the game. They don't really care what you do with your life. But if you stay trapped in the system, they get enriched. They get empowered. Then the older you get, they start setting in with the messaging like, oh, you're 27 and you're not married. What's wrong with you? You don't have kids. Something's wrong with you. You get married, you have kids, you have a family. You're even deeper in the system. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with any of this stuff. There's nothing wrong with college. There's nothing wrong with a car. There's nothing wrong with working, having a family. Nothing wrong with any of that. The problem comes when they push these things on you and make you feel like you have to do them at a certain level within certain time periods. Instead of just letting people naturally figure out when they want to do all this stuff, is pushed on you, especially the college thing, at a very young age, but you don't know no better.
Sure. The good thing is with the internet, with channels like mine, like other people who talk about this, we're starting to wake up Gen Z and Gen Alpha and some millennials that there's no way out, right? That's why, like I've said, men are very logical. They they won't even try because they know that the future is screwed up. They have no hope, and if there's no hope, there's no try. That's what I'm trying to, like. Like it's going to be bad, guys. It's not good growing up without a family. It's not good growing up like alone, the dying alone. That's heartbreaking. And I see a lot of people, a lot of young people, knowing that this is probably going to be their destiny. But I'm trying so hard with these videos, with the website. I invested tens of thousands of dollars on the website, with experts, with a team paying them. Like, there is a way out, guys. You just have to take the brave. You need to be a little bit brave at the beginning, but I'm telling you, there's so much better women out there. There's better, cheaper places to live with a very, very, very comfortable lifestyle with a fraction of what you pay here in the US. Like, you are going to be like the top 1% the moment you step out of the plane. Like, I'm telling you, there's hope. Like, you don't have to be stuck in the system in the US. There's so much hope out there, guys. There's That's what this whole thing is about. I don't want to see any of you struggle in your elder years. I want you to be happy. I want you to find love. I want you to be financially stable. I want to create like a group of guys that know what's going on. Like, like I'm so passionate about this, guys. I'm taking so many risks with doing this and my real job. It's I just want you guys to not go through that dark, dark, dark hole.
And it's pushed on you like there's something wrong with you if you don't do these things by these certain times. Fast forward, the average person by the time they're 30 is like so indebted to the system, they got them for the rest of their life. And then they start with the retirement talk. It's just like, oh, if you don't have $1 million saved by the time you retire, it's going to be horrible. You're going to be living in the sewers under Las Vegas. Oh, you know? So they
Yeah,
started on
it's
that
going to bad.
to
The
get you,
US
oh, I better
is
work
not going
harder,
to be able to
get this
help
job
you.
and really boost up my 401k.
Maybe
Which,
the
by the way, they take away
boomers,
pensions.
they might
So
be
now
able
you
to
have
help them,
we have 401ks.
but the younger
Another
generations,
example, more
you
defensive
guys are
system. Gotta
screwed.
stay at this job. Got to load up my 401k because I need to have millions of dollars when I go to retire. All these clever little ways they make it so that we're so dependent on this system that is bankrupting all of us that we just have to stay working at it basically until we die. Or if
Hundred
we're really
percent.
fortunate, at 67, we get to, hopefully we got enough money, we can do what we want. What I'm saying, and what this video
By
is
the
really
time you're
about,
70,
is
guys,
using the system.
it's too late. Life goes so much. It's going to be horrible. Pain, injuries, pain, diseases. It's just why wait until you're like 70 something to like enjoy a little bit of your life? Just do it right now, guys. Enjoy. If you're in your 30s, 20s, maybe 40s, maybe you're divorced, maybe you're just a young guy trying to like make sense of the world. Just just get out of here, guys. Like, there are so many options. Just don't go into this freaking corrupt system that we have inherited from our parents. Just live on your own terms.
System to break free from the system. But first, we had to identify the need to break free from the system. Because the average person just goes along with the system. The average person thinks the system works. The average person is like, oh, if I just work harder, if I just stay on this job longer, if I just do what they tell me to do more, then I'll get what I'm going for. Now, when you really ask the average person what they're going for, a lot of times we don't know. But, they dangle that carrot and we go after it. I can be a success too. What does success mean to you? They might ramble off all those things we listed that they've told us will make us successful. But at the end of the day, all we're really doing, even if like we achieve those things, a lot of times they don't make us happy. You know, we look successful, but we don't feel successful because
hundred
we don't care
percent,
about that stuff a lot of times.
100%.
But also, too, even if we achieve those
Because you work and work and worked and you make a decent living, but then you're neglecting your personal life, you're neglecting your family becomes resentful, your daughters become like they get indoctrinated by this freaking society, your guys get addicted, your boys, your sons, they get addicted to freaking video games and freaking corn. It's just it's like a horrible way to live, guys. That's why you have to control your own destiny. If you can do freelance, if you can do remote work, if you can start your own business, just control your freaking life, and it gets 100 times, 100 times, 1,000 times better.
things at what cost, at what price. I guarantee you can walk up to a lot of like on paper successful people and they will tell you if they could do it over again, they might have switched it up because it wasn't worth it. Maybe some people it is, but I think for a lot of people
So
it's
true.
not worth it.
It's not worth.
I think
It's
we
not
can look
worth
and
it.
identify this, and more people are doing this. More and more people are realizing like, bro, this thing is not set up for me for whatever reason. For most of it's just because we're not one of the elites. So it's like this system is not set up for me. So I'm gonna break free from it. But what we really the only thing we really have is the system because it permeates so much of our world. So we have to learn to use the system to break free from the system. And I think I've got a really good analogy to like illustrate how you do this. I love using slavery analogies. Anybody who follows the channel, I use a lot of slavery analogies because I think it hits home. People sit up and listen when you say slavery, huh? Okay, so imagine you were
100%.
enslaved on a plantation and you decided you had enough. I'm getting up out of here. However, in order to run away, you need food, you need supplies, you need like extra clothes, whatever, lots of things. Because you're gonna be on the road running away for days, weeks, maybe even a month or so. Excuse me. So you need supplies. However, as a slave, all you ever get is like what they give you. You know what I mean? Like you don't have nothing. You can't just go down to the to the Walmart and be like, hey, I need some stuff to run away. You can't do that. So like all you have is what they give you. Whatever massa gives you, what you have to do in order to like get the things you need to have like your bug out escape bag is you got to take from the little bit of food they do give you got to take some of that, put it aside. The little bit of clothes they do give you got to take some of that, put aside. Any little thing that they
That is
give
so true, guys. Like we are like modern slaves. It never changed. It never went away. They just put like a different label to it.
you that you can use, you got to sacrifice now. You got to put some of that aside so that you have what you need or as much as you can get of what you need for when that day comes when you escape. You know, so it may take you a long time to get together enough of what you need to say, okay, I think I can make it up north with this, right? And I feel like that's how it is today, okay? Like we only get so much down there to the job. You know, we're in the system, we're working, we got these bills we got to pay. After, you know, we only get so much down there to the job, and then after, especially these days where prices seem to be going up, whatever, after that, you know, we put aside the money to survive, you know what I mean? We only got so much left. And sometimes that's not a lot. For some people, very little. But I think we have to use, even if it means sacrificing even more now, I think we got to start using the time, the energy, you know, the money we have left over after we went to work in the system, done what we had to do in the system. We have to start using that in the best way possible, setting it aside, saving it, investing it, you know,
True.
using it to do
True.
other things the best way we can. And it's different for everyone. But we got to start using the resources we get back from the system to eventually break free from the system. 'Cause that's
That
what
is that is so true, guys. Like if you save like 5,000, 10,000 at most, you're going to do so much better. Just here's what I would do if I were you guys, right? Like thankfully I've had like a recent like a pretty good career in the creator industry. Um like I see the potential in the creator economy, right? There's so many there's like stupid amount of money going to creators from other companies and startups, and since the AI like started revolution, like they're throwing so much money to creators is insane. So here's what I would do, right? If you have like a 9 to 5, right? Try to save 5,000, maybe $10,000, right? Just to have a safety net. Then you would start learning skills that would like there are many things you can do for remote work, of course, but I see a lot of them getting replaced by AI in the next 5 years at most. So get into some a creative field, right? Advertising or social media or um, anything creative that you can do. Like I said, I've been working with creators since for almost 10 years now. Uh, I can teach you those skills. Those skills are 100% valuable. I have so many requests and so much work because I just can't. I don't have enough time to basically fulfill all those creators that need help with ideas for hooks or ideas for videos or scripting this or scripting that or this thumbnail that thumbnail. Like there's so much demand and so little time that It's the only skill that's probably going to survive. I'm not saying learn that. Learn a skill like that, something that is highly creative, unable to be replaced. If you want to do graphic design, do graphic design, but get so good at it that AI can't replace you. Um, anything in the creative field, guys. And after that, just try to, you know, uh, there there are ways to stand out in like a resume for a job application, because when we are looking for a position to fill, like we get thousands of freaking applications, but and it's 100%, like we don't go through that, right? We have a system like a computer that basically um, sends us like the best applications, quote unquote, by the algorithm, whatever it is, and then we take a deep look into those guys, and then we make a decision based more on personality and feeding the team than actually the skills. But there are ways to like circumvent that. You just have to be like very very freaking um, I guess what's the word, approachable. Like you have to be very proactive. You have to reach out several times. Uh, talk to different, like seek for different ways to talk to the people that are hiring. Like you can stand out so easily. Not very people do it, but it's just the hard part is getting started, guys. Like the hard part is the mindset, trying to say, I am going to make a change. I know that this is going to get that. I know that what I'm doing right now is not working, and I do want to make a change. But making that first decision is going to be the hardest part of the journey, because the guys that have been like, we've seen a lot of guys who gone working freaking construction works, doing like construction work, and now they're doing some remote work, doing some not necessarily creative. Some of them are, but all sort of freaking work that it can be done remotely. That would be something like an office job, and they are now living in places like the Philippines. Some of them are going to like Mexico. Some of them are going to the Balkans. Like it's like their life got so much better, guys. It's not even funny. Like they like it's like night and day, right? They were like doing really bad in the US. They had no hope, and now they're living like a pretty chill life, saving money, meeting people, making friends, going out. They don't know, like, you don't need to own a car in a lot of these places, because you can just walk. It's very walkable cities, or you can just rent like an Uber for like a couple dollars. It's insane. I'm trying to say, just make that first step. Save those $10,000, learn those skills, and then take the leap, guys. It's just going to get your life is going to get so much better. It's not even funny.
To do it. Unless you're like, oh, I'm gonna win the lottery one day and break free. But it's like we have to start like planning. First, we got to realize I need to break free from this. Second, we got to start planning. Okay, what do I think is going to be my path to freedom? And then we got to figure out, okay, what do I need? And then we got to start getting it from the one place pretty much most of us can get it from is the system. But things are different. Like you get up and go to work a little different when you realize I'm not just doing this and I'm not going to be doing this forever and this is not my entire existence. Just work, buy, get in debt, die. You know what I mean? Like that's not going to be my existence. My existence now is like work, do what I got to do to survive, but also be putting things aside because I'm going to escape. Now you have a plan. Now it's about freedom. Now it's not as
100%.
disheartening. It's not just like,
100%,
all right, I'm
guys.
doing this again. I'm be doing this the rest of my life. And the only occasional joy I have is when I blow money on something I don't really need and I'm happy for about 15 seconds. No. Now you got a plan. Now you start thinking about the things you want to do. Instead of focusing all the time on the things you're doing that you don't want to be doing, it is a beautiful thing to spend most of your time focusing on what you want to do. When I get up out of here, oh, this is what I'm going to do. When I no longer have to work this 9 to 5, 50 hours a week, this is what I'm going to do. When I'm insert your dream here, living this life, oh, this is what it's going to be about.
Hmm.
And all the decisions you're making now and all the things you're doing now that you really don't want to do, it is like building the foundation for your future life. If we're at a place in life where like maybe we don't get to wake up every day and do what we want to do, if perhaps we're doing 90% stuff we don't want to do, it gets a lot easier if we realize, oh, this is just what I have to do now to build the foundation for what I'm going to do in the future. This is not what my future is going to look like. This is what my
Yes, sir.
present has to look like. Right now,
100%.
I'm
It's all about mindset, guys. Once you see like a clear goal, like you're going to get so much motivation. It's just going to be so much easier for you to get out of your head.
still trapped in the system. I'm still fully in the system. But I'm going to start making decisions to get out of the system. And the day is going to come when I'm free, when I'm out. and then I can do it one day.
100%
You know,
freedom,
I think
guys.
it is all about freedom. I think the more of our life we have control over, the
hundred
happier we are.
percent.
And I know some people are like, well, I don't really know what I want to do. I promise you, you get a little more freedom, you'll figure it out.
100%.
Like,
That's so
when you have
true.
more free time on your
That is
hands
so
to do
true.
what you want to do, you will figure it out. You'll be doing something. You will be doing something, okay? And moving forward on this channel, I want to start talking a lot more about that. You know, I just want us all to be spending as much of our life doing the things we want to do and not continually getting trapped deeper and deeper and deeper in a system that does not care about us. It doesn't care about us. It doesn't work for us. It's not supposed to work for us. So it's like, why are we willfully giving into it? And it's like, well, that's the way it is. No, it's not.
No,
At least it's not
it
that way
is
for
not.
me. I hope it's not going to be that way for you. We are going to use the system
No.
to break free from the system and live our life the way we want to live it. And
100%, guys. Just use the system. Get out of the US. We have free resources down below, free guides, anything you need. Now, if you need anything, any personal questions, send me a DM on Instagram. Please subscribe. Anything anything you need, I want to help you. We have a team that will help you. Just anything you need to get out of here, to live life on your own terms. Just do it, guys. And thank you for your time.